Okay, oh, they want me to sign in again. Oh, Google wanted me to sign in again, but the YouTube Studio page still doesn't look quite right. Well, we'll reduce it. And then we just gotta click here. Alright, here we go. Well, it looks like it's loading up alright. I think this time I'm going to talk about something that all new players will probably want to play with at one point or another. You've got these sites where you can go to either with by buying a map or by coming across them on your own while you're out and about. Oh darn! Come on, quit that. And oh, I've already looked at that. Okay. So while you're here, you want to use the F key and look for buried technology module. Ah, here we go. Salvage container. Ooh, that one's way out there, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get in our... Whoops, I didn't highlight it. There it is. I need to highlight using the little E key. Well, you gotta get inside there, buddy. Now this, of course, was a starship I found. It was the third one I found. Because I sold the others and then one of them just disappeared out of my inventory. I don't know what happened to it. I was gonna fix it up because it was a design kind of familiar with this one here that the game provides. Wasn't exactly the same, but it was close. Alright, let's see if it'll land now. Sometimes it won't land on. Alright, that looks pretty close. But notice that these have a slightly different look than the data. These are salvage container, is how they're identified. Now, right now my radar system is not showing any of those sentinels, so it should be safe. Alright. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to use the T like in Tom key to make a big hole. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, this is part of it right there. Alright, T key. Now you got it. You need to expose all of it. Probably we'll use, okay, we got it all exposed. And then you need to change to a gun that's pretty powerful. Make sure it's loaded with the R key like in Roger Rabbit. And then just start blasting away. And then you gotta blast this part away. Oh, I gotta reload. There we go, we got it. Now look at our inventory. What did we get? We got a torpedo launcher. We got a fuel rods. And we got a Speedbird fairing. All for when you want to make your Corvette. And of course you can keep this up for a while because you probably won't get a lot of parts that match. Alright, so let's see. Oh, look at there. Look what's right there. One of them showed up after all. Okay, so now where's our starship? Our starship, which is should be close by, is there. It is up there. Now remember that symbol has a color to it. It's not just black and white like it is for the data thingamabobs. Maybe I should demonstrate that. Oh, there's a nasty bird. Alright, so let's use the F key, like in Frank, and find us a data. Right, no, yeah, buried technical, right there. And it's more than 100 away, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back into my starship and try to locate it and land next to it. Now you need the data ones, so don't be bashful about collecting them, because if for no other reason you could sell them, but that's how you get and pay for all of your building options. And you want to collect as many of those as we can. Alright, where is it? I highlighted it once. Sometime the game won't let me get to it this way. I gotta get out and highlight it again. Oh, I need to pick that up at some point. Use the A key. Straighten up a little bit here. Well, darn. Is the game messing with me again? Oh, I just killed that tree. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to land and get out and find it again. I am not seeing it. Oh, wait a minute, there it is. I see it off to the left. There we go. And we're almost there too. Alright, make sure we're going as slow as possible and land as close as possible. Alright, how about now? Will it let me land? Yes, it will. Now remember, these are black and white. They don't really have a color to them. Alright, we're here, so we gotta change over to our... There it is. I've got another gun that uses the same sort of sight on it. Use a T key. And there it is. One shot and we have it. And of course what you get for doing that is a little different. You get these right here. You don't get Corvette parts, you get this. Oh, wow, I got 3 with 1 shot. Nice. Okay. So now that you know the difference, you will know how to collect your Corvette parts. Now, you won't collect everything you need, unless of course you collect thousands of them, because there are literally thousands of them. So the next thing you want to do is get to a space station that offers a Corvette workshop. Well, I need to get into outer space anyway, or get beyond the planet's influence. We'll go up a little bit steeper. As you can tell, I've got bases just all over the place. Alright, oh, what are all of those the same rocks? They look like copies. One of the let's speed up there. That got my curiosity now. Are those rocks or are those ships? I think they might be ships, no rocks. Let's keep going closer and closer. Yeah, I don't think those are rocks. I think those are the big ships. Yeah. They're not being jumped by pirates right now. At least it don't look like they are. And these other containers that have smaller sizes, I think are just bait for the pirates. You see cargo pod? It's got iron capacitors in it. And what we got up here? Fuel. But anyway, that's for advanced players. Cargo pod, and it's got uranium in it. Now, why they're hanging loose like this, I don't really know why. I keep thinking they're just bait, is what they are for pirates. Alright, what we got here? We got a what? Get a little closer. That doesn't look like a cargo pod. That looks like a ship. Yeah, I think that's some kind of a ship. Maybe I'm supposed to scan them like that with a C key. Well, anyway, let's get back on track here. Let's find our space station. Here it is. All of the space stations don't have the same exterior design, but the interior, it seems almost identical. Now I can use a space bar. And now I need to steer out a little bit. Okay, we let go of the W key now. And start drifting inward towards the, I think of it as a bullseye. And then it'll be automatic landing in here in a second or two. I need to go up a little bit more. And now I can start moving down towards the, there it is. Now, if I understand this, well, I don't know. This one's got the big X's in the background. All right, so let's go the easy way. Right over here, we got these. I would call them. Oh, they got a mission for me here. Just get into it. It takes you to the first one. See, my ship's just right over there. Now, before you mess with this, especially if it's your first time, I recommend that you change so that all of this is actually free. Doesn't cost anything. So hit your escape key, go over to your options, come down here to your difficulty, get in there, and then some of these you'll leave alone. But when you want to go through here and find the ones where they want to charge you. Well, I've changed it. Everything is usually standard. So I want the fuel usage is discounted. But for me, it doesn't really matter all that much, since I've got that modifier that lets the starship replenish its own fuel. Okay, crafting free, purchases free, goods abundant, inventory stack limit standard. They don't give you any other options here. Enemy strength, I'll leave it on standard, even though it kind of makes sense to go weak. On foot combat, you could say minimal. That's if you're having trouble with the sentinels or the whispering egg combat. when you're trying to steal the eggs. But I usually leave everything else on. Now creatures, you might want to go to defensive only or even passive, but I went ahead and left it on predators because I think that's the default. Okay, now inventory transfer rate. That means how far can your avatar be away from your spacecraft or your exocraft before they're too far away to transfer stuff out of his inventory into the machine. Well, I've left it on nearby, which is default. You could say infinite, so it doesn't matter where. You could be on a different planet even. At least I think that's how it works. And you can transfer stuff from your avatar's inventory into your starship inventory. Okay, base power. I haven't changed that. I don't think I changed. Well, anyway, don't leave this unlocked. Make sure you leave it on enabled, so you come back here and change things wherever your heart's concerned. Once you lock it down, it won't let you change anything. So then come over here and apply difficulty changes. Hold it down like so. Now I didn't make any changes, so this one didn't light up. And then either hit your escape key or right click with your mouse. And then do it again, escape key or your right click on your mouse. Alright, so now you can do all this for free. Make all the mistakes you want to, try all the extremes you want to. Now over here, you can load up all your. So I just picked up 3 new things, so I'll put it in here. And I haven't used it. I got some spots where I did use some stuff. Okay, see how all this other stuff is not highlighted? In fact, I can't do anything with it until I get out of this. And then do the standard tab key thing. Then I can move things around a little bit. Now you're probably wondering, well, geez, how come you've got so many slots open here? And how did you get all of these slots open up here? Well, I guess I might as well show you that first, huh? Alright, where's the, there it is, there's the teleport. Let's get back to where we were. There's my starship. Now, since we made those changes, remember, all of this is free. And you can change that later if you want to, but it doesn't make any sense to do that now. Upgrade your starship. Okay, purchase storage. If you hit this one, see how the price kind of gets kind of expensive? So now it's telling you, well, this is your next one. So just go here. And otherwise it would cost you 24 million. And you can just keep doing this until you go all the way across. And it's amazing how many rows that you can do this way. Now if you want to make changes up here, it's the same deal. You just click there first, and then you just march it across. See how many millions and millions of currency, well, they call it units. So now if I need to rearrange things, I've got plenty of text slots to do it with, and I could just keep adding more and more stuff. Get rid of all the C, go to X, or the S are the 2 highest categories. X kind of reminds me of saying experimental. And a lot of times they'll say it's black market, and it may or may not always work. It might even break on you. So that also means that if you have something you want to do, for example, let's say I click here. Well, first I gotta get out of this. Alright, now get back into inventory. I click here and I've got all of these options up here. Now you see how everything is automatically checked? I don't have to go around collecting these elements. That's because we got everything for free. We got everything set on free. I don't really have anything with go on that. Well, yeah, maybe this right here. Oh, look at this. But look what happens when I do this. See? It's all paid for. And there we go, it's 100%. A personal rocketry device with direct link to a galactic trade network. This unit allows the user to load a small spacecraft with goods. Upon launch, the goods will be transferred to the nearest trade terminus. I wonder why they say terminus instead of terminal. And automatically sold. And you press the X key to summon, and then you load it up, send it off. Well, anyway, that's how you get all this taken care of. And just remember, if I'm up here, I've got a lot more storage space than it's actually showing right now. And I don't seem to be able to back it up. Yeah, it's not really showing. I got more stuff I could sit in there. But if I come over here, it's got this slider. But for some reason, there's no slider over here. Huh. Oh, I might as well go ahead and analyze these two, get the spot back opened up again. Alright, so remember, I've got all this stuff, but I don't have to spend it anymore. I got everything set on free. Now, I've tried to do the same thing with this terminus over here to make this smaller, but see, everything stays dark. So I guess I'm supposed to go somehow and collect this sort of stuff and have it in my inventory. Well, I've got those in my inventory, I guess. I don't think I've got any sort of wings or anything. I've got quite a few options on wings designs. But I guess you would have to scrap and then keep certain parts from all the ships that you scrap. For like if I click here, that's what the inventory I have in my exosuit, my starship, or my Corvette workshop cache. And that's out there where I was showing you. So if I had it in there, of course now it's C-class. So once we made it, we would have to go over here and then do like I showed you. Go in here and you select the upgrade, and then you get some more options. Now I haven't done anything with augmentation, but augmentation is all of this down here. And there are devices that you can get off of when you're scrapping starships. And one of those items is called augmentation. It's how you get free storage slots opened up. But we're on free, so we could just pay for it automatically. Alright, now let's get back over here. Now this is your inventory slots. Oops, I'm at the wrong spot. Here, this is where you load up everything out of your inventory. In this case, we're talking about the exosuit inventory, so if it's not in there, you can't transfer it. But you can leave this stuff in there. You can fill up all of these boxes. See how there's just gobs of boxes. Well, a lot of these bigger projects, you need all of this. These are the stuff that I've dug up like I showed you. And then when you're ready to actually start building your craft, you go to here. And you have to decide you want to create a new Corvette, or you want to purchase modules, or you want to leave. Oh, what happened to the one I'd already done? No Corvette docked for modifications. Well, I guess all that work I did got blown away. Huh. Well, anyway, normally you would not start here, purchase and use basic modules, and then you just go ahead, and if you're paying, you can see how many millions it would cost you. So if you see the word Thunderbird, click on it to make your first one. You only need one of those. You probably want to have 2 of these as a minimum. Landing gear, that's generic. You might need more than one, but we'll try to get by with just one since we only have 2 of these. Now this is a different thing, Titan sublight thrusters, but it's what they recommend you start with. And normally you're going to want 2 of those. You got to have a reactor, and right now the only one they're offering you for you, the first one you make, is the Medusa. So we'll just get the one. That should be enough to get us by. Photon cannon array. I'm going to assume I'm going to need 2 of those. Okay, then we've got more dots. So here's your Titan class landing bay, so you get in and out. Then you've got your pyro drive booster. That's kind of something you stick in the back, but we're going to have a landing bay there, so we'll have to stick it above it. Now this is kind of like wings, and they say you need it to stabilize your landing gear when you're in atmosphere. So there's 2 of them. You got this crawling, which it seems like that's sort of the armor for your craft, and chances are we should only need 1 of them. Now you also got these winglets, which they recommend for the first one. So you want one on each side. Then you want your antennas. 1 of those should be fine. And then you got your ducting outlet. Now if you rest your cursor on there, it'll tell you what it is: an external attachment for a Corvette class starship. Okay, but should I get 1 or should I get 2? Well, if it turns out we need 2, we'll come back and do this again. Alright, so now we have all of our modules. Now you have more options if you click up here, but notice that it's the same stuff again. See, right now they don't want me, since it's, they consider this my first one, they don't want me having access to anything else. That's the whole list. That's everything, all the modules possible. If you keep clicking up here or over here, it's just telling you, you know, you got core components, landing gear, Thunderbird class habitat. That's what they call the habitat capsule. You might call it the habitat room or whatever else you want to call it. And there's your engine types. You've only got 2. And the first one, since it's usually 1 on each side, you want 2 of them. And the one that says Corvette rear thruster, you just need the 1 of them normally. And then you got your photon cannon array, so it's a very minimal build. So it should not be difficult for you, as long as you have at least 1. Unless it indicates you need 2, like 2 wings, 1 for left, 1 for right, 2 engines. Okay, well anyway, let's get out of this. Let's right click. Now you can also switch over to Starship Inventory if you've got anything stored there. But I've already transferred everything I have over to here. Now for some reason all this stuff goes into my inventory, so I really should put it over here. The order doesn't really matter, because this is where, when you're doing the construction, this is where it's coming from. Oh, did I have a second one? Yeah, I do. So we'll put it up there with that one. If you have any repeats, you might as well put them together. I'm a little confused why it doesn't let me bring up my first project. Okay, well anyway, we'll get out of this. Oh, you know what I think it is? I need to use the X key. And then come over to this one. And click right here. And there it is. There's the first one I did. And they gave it a name. Summon Todera Liberier 2. That sounds kind of Spanish, doesn't it? So if I summon it, it'll probably bring it up and put it on the construction area, which is... it's actually not showing it, is it? It would be up there because that's where they land the incoming ships. And it's not... Yeah, so it must be this area over here somewhere. Well, I'm going to cancel that. I'm not going to bring it up because I want to do a normal demonstration. So we'll just left click until we're back out to normal. Alright, so now we want to go to this screen. Hold down the E key, let it complete its circle. Create a new Corvette. I've already done the purchase part, so I should have everything I need. And I've already loaded it up into the, oh, what do they call that? Where is it? There it is. What do they call this? That's your cache. That's where you got all your parts. Corvette Workshop cache. Okay. So I guess I need to be on this side. Alright. Create a new Corvette. So there we've got our new place where we do our creation. Now look on the screen on the left. Toggle module menu. Z key like a zebra. And if you want to play with the colors, you can. If you look at the right, ship validation. You can't finalize it until you satisfy all those warnings. There's what, 4 of them? No landing gear, so that's the first thing you install. No habitation module, so that's the second thing. No cockpit, that's the third thing. No reactor, that's the fourth thing. Those are your mandatories. Now you don't have to do anything else. Notice it doesn't say anything about motors, engines, weapons. Those are your bare minimums. What you see in the warning signs. Okay, so the first thing we do is we press the Z like a zebra key. And it tells you right there what your choices are. Now I dug those up, so I've got these choices here. But they're recommending you start with this landing gear right here, so let's do that. Now I don't have all of these. I do have this one. It's called the landing bay, but it's got an elevator attachment, and for the life of me I haven't found out how to use that yet. So let's go with the standard recommendation, and we'll put it right there in the middle of that little crosshairs. Bingo. Now I can put another one there if I want to, but I'm just gonna right click once with the right mouse key. See, it takes me out. Now if I want to move this around, I left click on it and I move it around, but we're just gonna leave it right there. So we satisfied that. Now we have to have a habitation module, so we push the Z key again, and our habitation modules are right up in here. Now the one that we should have is this one right here. I don't remember having these. I do have that one that I dug up, but I don't think, yeah, I don't think I've got the other ones. See, these are like long compartments and these are your short ones. See, it says class walkway. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to stay with Thunderbird, wherever it says Thunderbird. And see, it needs to go right on top. Now, let's say you want to get a different view. Well, you use your standard movement keys, like so. I'm going to put it right there, because I've got an attachment I'm going to put on the back side of that. And I don't think it looks any different one way or the other. I'm using your standard movement keys. And I'm trying not to use the W or the S key because those are for a different purpose. For example, zoom in with the W, zoom out with the S. Now if you want to get a higher view, just point down and do the S key and it moves you away. And if you want to get up close, you just point down and do your... Now if you point up and do it, see what it does? It does the same thing. It gives you more like a bird's eye view. That's your W key. If you look down with your W key, you get up close. And then S key, you move back. So I'm going to click it right there. Now I'll right click because I just want to do simple. Alright, no cockpit. Okay, the cockpit should go right there, I think. So Z key again. Find our Thunderbird. There it is, right there. And oh, now we have a problem. It's facing the wrong direction. See what happens? But how can we fix that? Well, is it showing the... doesn't seem to be showing it. Well, anyway, you're supposed to be able to push the E key, I think it is, or the mouse wheel, something. Alright, come on. How do I turn that around? There's supposed to be a way to turn that around. The R key, T key, Q key. No, it's not doing it. Alright, I'll just stick it right there on the front then. And then only click once with your left mouse to get out of it. Okay, no reactor installed. So Z like a zebra again. And look for reactor. I'm using the mouse wheel to scroll down here. Alright, does it show reactor yet? No, it doesn't. Defense systems. Ah, there we go. And the one we got was this one right here. That's the one we bought. You also got this one, but I'm going to assume that I have to use this one. Now, where can I put it? It looks like I can put it on either side, on the top, in the back, in the center. Well, I've only got the one module, so I'm going to stick it right there, I think. And then we'll click once. Apparently we've got more than one of them to pick from. Alright, but anyway, the reactor is the one where you get all your juice from in order to, you know, for your rocket engine stuff. Now I need thrusters. No thrusters installed. So Z key. And now let's find our thrusters. There we go. There's boosters. There's thrusters. Twin sublight jets. Fire box thruster. Longshore thrusters. It's got the little symbol ones up here. I'm not really sure why it does that. I think this is the one we bought, wasn't it? The Pyro Drive? Alright, and I'm going to put it right there. And then I'll right click. So we've got it attached right directly. So we shouldn't have any problems. No access way installed. Alright, so Z key again. And that's where we've got the drop down gate. Well, this is the one I've dug up. Ambassador class, Titan class. I think Ambassador class is the bigger one. Oh, we've got some Thunderbird landings thrusters. Huh. Well, anyway, let's pick this one here. I don't want to use this one because I can't figure out how to get the elevator to work. If I remember right, that's the one we bought. So we'll click it right there on the back. And now we've got a way to get in. No weapon system installed. Okay. Apparently, they're not too worried about anything else. So Z key again. Titan heavy boosters. Ambassador heavy boosters. Thunderbird heavy boosters. Thruster, Ambassador, Titan. Didn't we just get some Titan? Sublight, we bought 2 of them. I think that's the one we paid for. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one we just bought, so we should have 2 of those. So let's see, how far back do we want to go with them? Yeah, I think I'll put them towards the back area. Well, I could put them up top too. Meeny, miny, mo. Which one would look better? I don't know. That looks kind of reasonable. It won't let me push it. I can up here, there, or I can go forward with them. I think I'll just stick them right there. Now I need to put one on the other side, but I need to flip it. So you see where it says out the bottom flip part horizontal? You've also got the rotate, which is the mouse wheel thing. So there we go. I use the mouse wheel. And that looks like the same position as I've got the other one. So now we'll right click once. We don't want to, go out of this. Alright, so no weapons is the only thing we've got left to worry about according to that list right up there. So Z key again. And rotate our mouse wheel and see if we can find us some weapons. And if I remember right, we bought a couple of was it Photon? I think it was Photon. And if I remember right, we bought 2 of them. So we could put some right here on the side, and then we could, oh, it flipped it automatically. And then we'll right click one time. So that looks, yeah, that looks pretty generic. Now we've only got 1 landing gear. I wonder if we should have 2 on this one. We probably get by with 1. Alright, so now let's see. Let's go ahead and look up, W key, and then come back down. And then we'll back off with the S key a little bit. If we want to get down lower with just W key, tap on it a few times. Alright, so every time we move, it's figured that we want to move something around. But that's a very, very simple design. Now notice that we don't have any discrepancies. The game seems to be satisfied that we have a minimal Corvette class starship. So now let's go to Z key again. And can we do torpedo launcher? Well, we got this one here. Yeah, that looks to be about it. Yeah. So let's click on this one and see about where we place it. Looks like we can place it right there. And how about if we go down? Can we put it under? Oh, that seems like a weird place to be able to put it. It doesn't look like I could, what if I rotate it or something? No, it won't let me rotate it either. I could put it back there, and it'd be behind the landing gear. Almost touches the ground. But I would think I'd want to put it right at there. I'll tell you what, I'll put it on top. And then we'll right click. We've got one now. And then I'll use the S key like so, depending on which way I'm looking. So what do you think? Is that a good enough show and tell? Now if I click with the spacebar, well, let's just use the spacebar once. See what it does? Up, down. Now left control key. Not shift, but control key. See what it does? And now I'm just moving the mouse around. So when I put those combinations together, see what happens? Now the mouse wheel doesn't seem to do anything. Not even if I smash it down and turn it. And now I'm just using my standard, like you're moving the camera around to look at something other than your avatar. Otherwise you'd be controlling the movement of your avatar. Now there's a very minimal build. Now let's say we're finished, but I think I might want to put some color on this thing. So it says up there in the top left G. So we'll push G. And we've got these choices down here. Gloss finish, inverted gloss finish, inverted. Oh, they put the red stripe on the back side or the front side. Okay. Weathered finish. Ooh, I like that one. Metallic finish. Well, that can be attractive too if you like the shiny aluminum look. I'm going to go with this one. Okay. Now I've got to decide what color combinations I like. White and or light gray and orange, green and dark green, olive, red, orange and black, white and black, cobalt and orange. That might be a good one. Beige and dark orange. You know what? I think I'll go with this one, beige and dark orange. So now, what do? I click on the parts or just go return? Uh-oh, it's moving my parts around again. Let's go back to continue to modify. I guess I have to be in the color palette. I wanted this one and this one. Apply to entire Corvette. Did it do anything? Well, it's got the little triangle there. Maybe I'm not holding it down though. Let's hit return. Let's get out of this here. Let's finalize current design because I clicked with the right mouse button again. Alright, now let's compare. Now this is the one I've been running around in, and I've, you know, made all this extra storage and stuff. And this is the one I've got right now. So I could finalize ship construction and add it to my collection, or I could swap with the current ship. I don't think I want to swap. I think I want to add to the collection. So now I've added it to my collection. Alright, now the question is, where is it? Well, it's not on the demonstration. Oh yeah, it is. There it is. So now to get in, we can just go up the ramp. We've got our one compartment, and then we go inside, and here we are. So now we go ahead and it says Imago Inspiration. Oh boy. That's quite a name. That sounds Spanish too, or maybe it's another language, but alright, so we'll circle in. We're ready to launch. So we hit the old W key, and off we go. And it's just like before. Same controls and everything. Alright, now I'm going to switch the view. So we'll hit the X key. We'll rotate it over. Where is it? I think it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So now we can get a different view. Alright, now let's hit the old W key. There we go. Whoa, we're going to crash into everything. Now I hold down the left. Doesn't seem to change too much, does it? Alright, so it looks like to me it's a little sluggish, but otherwise the same. Now let's do the left mouse button. Oh, that's pretty effective. It looks pretty effective anyway. Alright, G key. And it shoots off. Oh, it goes in the overheat mode right away. So you'd have to fire, switch to G, switch it back. Oh, I can't shoot though. It takes a while to shoot more missiles. Yeah. I wonder if there's some way to speed that up. It's probably where you add all your options there to get away with the heat sinking problems and stuff. Alright, let's try this right here. Let's oh, come on. You're supposed to be able to, well, maybe I'm not close enough. Let's hit the old space bar. Alright, now let's hit the space bar again. Now will it let me put the E key on that? Nope, it's still telling me I want to land. Alright, well anyway, let's shoot some rocks. Let's see if that's any different. Switch over to missiles. I must be too far away. There we go, much better. I'm gonna slow down a little bit with the S key. Oh, what happened? Let's get escape key. Get back out here to shooting rocks. It seems like the what were those photons are working pretty good, and we did have other options rather than just the photons. Now how about if we switch guns? Oh, but it takes a long time for it to be ready to go again. I might not have that much ammo. That is another way of doing it. I just have to wait for it to cool off again until we get a modifier in there. Can't really see my airspeed with this view unless it's being shown somewhere and I don't notice it. Whoa, that was a huge explosion. Alright, let's switch back over and let's see if we can get lined up to get back to the space station. Yep, there we go. Hold down the space bar. Just long enough to make sure it activates, and then the rest of it's automatic. You can let go. Alright, now this puppy doesn't have a whole lot of storage in comparison to what we had, but we can fix that. Alright, are we lined up yet? We're getting there. Let's slow down a little bit. Alright, patterns in time, speak to... Now my other spaceship, the one I've been running around in that I found not too long after I found the first one, that got me started in the game. And then I scrapped along with a couple others. Now notice that we have to park a lot further away. In fact, not too far from where we built this one. Alright, so we get out just like we did before. But this time we have to walk out using the W key and go down the back ramp. Now let's see, there it is. This will save us a lot of steps. We're right back to where we created the starship, our first Corvette. And you see where we're at now? I see. Looks like I need to follow that symbol first. Let's do that and see what happens. Alright, I seem to be going the right direction. Is it this guy? Oh yeah, I think it is this guy. Alright, let's talk to this guy. I've talked to you before. If you could see your whole life, would you still? Yeah, I remember that conversation. Now these guys are supposed to be special. So I'm going to offer him 4 nanites. And he's 6 offer and gives me a package in return.
Units received.
Alright, what did he give me? He gave me money. 22,000. Wow, that's pretty nice. And then he walks away. I think he gave me money before too. Yep, we can claim this one. It almost acts like this is the first time I've been here, but that's not true. Because it knows that, see, I've visited this guy before. He taught me a word. And then I want to come up here and talk to this guy. He's going to give me some free stuff. As long as my rank is initiate and above. I want to take all I can get, so I'll click once there and then I'll just rotate. Now this is also free. And oh, he's only got one. And he'll give me a 50% discount on these. So I'll take all I can get. You normally don't get those unless you're doing war. Alright, so now let's switch. Starship, yeah, see, nothing changes. But you could donate stuff there. Oh, did I choose that option? No, I didn't. Oh, they want pirate. Oh, I've had those before. I've got some of those in storage. I got some of that in storage. I don't remember if I got any of these left. Crystallized heart? No, I don't think I have that. Heart frame? Yeah, I got some of those. And a walker brain. Oh, okay. Next time I come up here, I'll have to remember to donate all that. Is that a different traveler? Let's see what happens with this guy. Oh, it looks like the same conversation again. Offer 4 nanites. And it gives me a package in return. Huh, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. Visited. Okay. Alright, let's see. What did I get for 4 nanites? It wouldn't go into the starship, would it? No, I don't think it would. Yeah, I don't know what it gave me. They're probably was a little message right up in here and I missed it. See, I've developed this gun as far as it'd go. And I did it the old-fashioned way. I paid for it. Which is not really the best way to do it. How about this plant over here? Will it give some carbon? Oh no, it didn't give me any carbon. So I just have to hold down the W key till it gets up. And I've already collected that, right? Yeah, I did. Alright, now we want to get our storage spots and everything maxed out as best we can. So we have to go upstairs first. Or they let me do this? No, I've already visited that. So that means they're not gonna let me do anything here either, are they? Maybe they will. Because everything is free for yeah, I can do all this for free now. Upgrade the class of my weapon. I don't think I can go any higher. Let's try it. Maximum, yeah, that's what I thought. Install more slots. Okay, so we can start putting these slots in. Since we don't have to actually pay for anything. Okay. I'll go ahead and decline because that's plenty of slots. And what was our other choices? Multi-tool. Oh, okay, let's do that. Multi-tool. Oh, we've already done it. That's the same thing as right there. And we already maxed out the guns class. So that's pretty much it. Now if you want to see the class of the weapon, you have to go in the old-fashioned way with the tab key. And that's as high as it goes. And that's one I got from messing with those sentinels. I went to one of their pillars and they was all compromised and stuff. Oh wait a minute, I went up too far, didn't I? I need to go back down a step. Okay, so we go back down this way. And do just like we did with the authorized or authenticated. I think it's the word authenticated. The one I found and repaired. Alright, so do the old E-key thing. Now upgrade your starship. You don't want to salvage it, you want to upgrade it. I have a sneaking suspicion if we tried to salvage it, it would say you get nothing. Now if you apply augmentation, you're going to expand your slots. See there? And so we're going to fill in all the slots the game automatically removes. Now if we do another one, it'll start another row. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that since this is so much easier. Now remember, the reason why it's doing this is because we picked the free slot where everything is free. Now, yeah, I guess I do want to finish that row out too. And then we're gonna go up here. Now you can click here right off and start up there if you want to. We're just gonna finish up the slots that the game doesn't normally have open. For some reason it made noise. Modules from your cleared Corvette design have been refunded. Collect those modules from the Corvette workshop. Oh, I left them out there, yeah. I'm gonna leave them out there. They'll just take up storage space if I don't. Okay, upgrade. Yeah, let's upgrade. Let's go for a class upgrade this time. There we go. I want to change that name. Maybe I shouldn't. So now we're class B. Alright, let's do that again. Upgrade Starship. And then upgrade class. See how the price goes up? And now we're class A. So let's do that again. Okay, upgrade Starship. And we want to upgrade the class. There we go. Now that might be the last class that we could do of an improvements. That usually is. Now what we want to do is we want to visit the guy who provides modifiers for starships. And let's see, where's the guy for starships? Oh, I've already got enough guns. Oh, did I? No, I think it's this guy right here, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's this guy right here. Yep, he's showing a starship. Now remember, all this stuff is going to be free for us because we changed it. Purchase, upgrade modules. Now, I don't want to get anything below S class if I can help it. Starship Fabricator component. S class. Yeah, we want everything to be S class. And photon. Yeah, I think we've got photon. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I think we did. If we didn't, we ought to change it. Pulse engine, yeah, we want to do. Now, did we do phase beam? If we did, we'd have to use that one. Launch thruster module, yeah. Hyperdrive module, yeah, I think we did that. Phase beam module. I'm not so sure I did that one, but we can always add that maybe if we don't mind doing a modification. Now we don't really have it. Oh yeah, we do. We have this with C class, so we'll sell him that one. We don't want to use the lower class, so we want to use S class. That's the strongest we can make our starship. Alright, so now let's get back into our starship. Which, remember now, it's all the way down there. The easiest way to get there, of course, is to use these over here. And remember, it's the one that's all the way to the right. Oh, there it goes. And there's our starship. Now, it's just the same. It's just a bigger ship, basically, is all it is. So we go tab key. Then we go to starship, and now we've got all this. They've got a B class. They've got an A. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We've got Aquajet. Huh. Aquatic landing system. We don't have anything like that in right now. It looks like if we did, it would be right there. I think I better get out of this and then move stuff around a little bit. So I've got, see, I gotta use what, the E key? Well, we'll go ahead and choose it up first, I guess. Then we hold down the E key and then we can move it down to there. Move this one over to here. Move the shields over to there. Cockpit. Huh, why do they list them up there? I guess there's better landing gear options. Because these are all of our components that we used. Photon cannon. Alright, so I need to move this one. Well, let's start by moving this one over to here. Thunderbird class habitat. We'll move you over to here. I gotta get some space between this stuff, so that when I come up with modifiers, okay, I guess that's all I could do. Wait a minute, didn't I have more slots than this? It's not letting me use them, is it? Darn, I don't have enough slots for doing the improvements. Alright, so we've got a launch thrusters here. Didn't I see something else here? Yeah, that's got the same symbol. So we don't have to pay for any of this stuff. We just gotta click it in. Alright, now what we got here? Thunderbird. Do I have anything? No. What we got here? We got Dyson pump. A ballista, that's a weapon. Where is all that S-class stuff I just bought? Alright, that goes to Indium Drive. I don't think I have a drive like that yet, do I? Well, I need to take a break for a second, so, well, I should say about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. Let me get resituated here. Now these are Indium Drive. So we gotta use the E key to move this out of the way somewhere. Well, we'll move over here. Huh. Raw materials, high value items, consumables, high value items. Well, I can't get rid of that. That's makes up most of my starship. What's this here? Expand cargo. Okay. Resort inventory by type. Resort inventory by color. Resort inventory by name. So it'd be alphabetical. And resort inventory by value. I think I like the alphabetical option there. Huh. I don't seem to have a way to expand this. I've already brought it all the way up to S class. Is there any way I could make this a higher class? Space for passengers as well as installable utility modules. Automatic link to the Corvette's cargo system for a significant performance boost. Cargo slots are 4. Well, we obviously have more cargo slots than 4. A pouch reactor core. Alright, do I have anything that would modify the reactor core? Let's see, pump, ballista, resonator. That sounds like a weapon. Fragment supercharger. Accelerator, infra knife accelerator. These all sound like weapons. What else we got? We've got a flight assistant override. Flight assistant. Maybe it goes with the pulse engine. So let's click right here and come down 1. Gray mark electronic modules disables critical safety and pilot assistant modules usually baked into the Starship's fly-by-wire control system. Baked. Despite its dubious legal status and its implication of serious high-speed asteroid impacts, this module remains popular with smugglers, mercenaries, and others who think of themselves as advanced pilots. Oh. Alright, let's go ahead and pay for everything. That looks like those two go together though, don't it? Alright, what do we got here? We've got a hyperdrive. Do we have any modifiers for it? Hyperdrive. It should look a lot like the unit itself. Emerald Drive, Hyperdrive upgrade. Okay, so we'll put that one right there. Boy, aren't you glad this stuff is free? Alright, let's see what else we got. Shields. Do we have anything to go with shields? To beef them up. Oh, what's this for? Pulse engine augmentation. Ooh, I better do that one. Pulse engine, pulse engine. Is that the pulse engine? No. There's the pulse engine. So we want it right here in this slot. Find it again.
Technology installed.
Alright, so what does it do? It does a highly advanced upgrade. Vastly increases interplanetary speed. Naturally occurring frame shift effects within the pulse engine are amplified by tritium-based resonators, increasing its, boy, somebody had some imagination, increasing its maximum sublight speed. All right, what else we got? Well, I'm still looking for something to go with this. We've got this, but that's a launch auto charger. It looks like it would go down here somewhere. Oh, I guess I gotta click there again. Alright, let's find that again. Here we go.
Technology installed.
I probably should move this. I'm gonna move it up here. Just in case I got another something else, that'll go right in here. Usually you just match up the pictures. Oh, wait a minute. That's the armor. That goes with the shield. We'll have to come back to that. We've got this one here. Efficient thrusters.
Technology installed.
Alright, so I guess we've done everything we can with this. Unless we move it over one. That way we get 6 slots altogether for it. But then I would need to move this somewhere. Move it there for now, I guess. That looks like it goes with this. Hyperdrive upgrade. Yeah, it does, so I need to move it. Because of the rules of adjacent, something has to be adjacent to actually modify. Now, I just saw something I could do for the shields. This one right here, right? Starship shield upgrade, yep.
Technology installed.
Come on, register, dang it. I clicked on you once already. Landing gear. Oh no, that's torpedo launcher. And these are called photon cannon. So do I have anything to modify the photon cannon? These all look like different kinds of weapons. Is that photon? Photon cannon upgrade. Alright, so we would want to put that up there. Not much of an upgrade, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Alright, do we have anything else for the photon? It's going to have a picture very similar. It's kind of a low class. It's not much of an improvement, is it? Heat dispersion. Oh, we need heat dispersion for the torpedoes for sure. Well, let's see what else we got. So this slot would be good for either one of these. Alright, so let's see. Something that would match up the silhouette. Well, I definitely need to install this. What does this one do? This one, heat recovery. Ooh, definitely need that.
Technology installed.
Let's see, what, this is the photon. Oh, I need to move this, don't I? Yeah, I need to move this over here, closer to the rocket launcher. Okay, and I think I just saw something for this, but I would have to move. Yeah, I would have to move this one over here. Tells me I should move it over here. Okay, I'll bite. If I'm going to do that, I might as well move this one over here. Oh, they want me to put it there. They suggest that's a good spot for it, I guess. Alright, so I saw something else for hyperdrive. Is it this one? Hyperdrive upgrade. Yep, that's it.
Technology installed.
So then now it should be in the right spot for it. Yeah, we've got 4 for a hyperdrive so far. We've already got this one surrounded. Unless we move this. Now we've got a slot right above it for torpedo launchers. Do I have anything else for torpedo? What's this? Cargo scan deflector. Ooh. That would be a good one. Emergency warp unit. I don't think I have anything else for the missiles. No, it don't look like it. Long range sensor technology. Economy scanner. So I guess I'll put that one up there in that slot. Alright, we don't have anything else for that. Hyperdrive. Do I have something else for hyperdrive? Pulse engine. Hyperdrive.
Technology installed.
Oh man, I'm running out of space. It would have to be for torpedo, or it'd have to be for shields for that slot to be useful for anything. As far as augmentating, that's pulse engine. That's the economy scanner, conflict scanner, and cargo scan deflector. Let's see, I could get something in here for that one, which is called the pulse engine, but I'd have to have one of these 2 slots open. And they're not going to let me do anything except move it. So we'll use the E key, move it over here, and I said pulse engine, right? Yeah, pulse engine. And I think I saw something for pulse engine. Pulse engine.
Technology installed.
Oh dear, we've got every slot full. So even if I had it, I don't have anywhere to put it. But I'm not seeing any little marks anywhere to indicate I've got too many things uploaded. No, I don't see it. And they're not going to let me put these down in here, right? No, they're not going to let me do that. So, as far as technology goes, I've maxed out. I don't seem to have any way of putting anything else up there. which is kind of odd. Because I could have sworn I had more technology slots available. I'm a little surprised though they're putting these up here. Huh. Maybe they're suggesting I want to change this from a C grade cockpit to a higher. The same thing would go for the large rocket tubes. I'd want to change this to a higher grade, especially if it had a higher percentage of launch cost. It'd be like a minus 80 or something maybe. I can't seem to do anything about this drive either. Wait a minute. That's a modifier. Where's the actual engine? See, that's a booster for the pyro drive. Where's the pyro drive? Am I just not seeing it? Well, I'll be darned, I don't see it. Usually they don't have a letter in here, but they do have a letter for this one, and they have a letter for that one, and these other parts too. Now I could trade those out for the ones that I dug up, which don't actually touch the ground. They're like little jets. Well, I'll tell you what. This is our first demo, and we're going to be flying around in this. The catch is, I'm afraid if I don't switch starships from time to time, my other one is going to disappear. And it's got all kinds of goodies on it. Now I could add more modules onto this. Let's see, what's up in here? I don't know what that is up there. Looks like it might be some kind of machine, but I'm not sure. Of course, all of this is probably just decorations. I can't really do anything with that dot right there, can I? Huh. I guess that's you're supposed to close it. Operate hatch. Oh. How about if I do this? Nothing. E key. Something else I'll have to remember to do before I take off. And I think you're supposed to be able to put like cots and stuff in here. Well, anyway, we've got ourselves a new starship to run around in. I wonder if it'll let me change the cockpit. Well, let's take I think I'll do that other mission first. Oh, that one's got little blinkies on it. What happens? Oh, gee, my Christmas. You see what I'm looking at? Right down there, it's got that. Well, it's kind of got that. I don't know, flashers or something. Huh. Well, the only option I have right now is to do the E key. That puts me in the cockpit and gives me an external view, and I can change that with the X key. Let's see. No, what's that do? Leave pilot seat. And if I click on that, he gets out of the pilot seat, suggesting he might not be able to leave the pilot seat unless I do that first. Alright, let's do the X key, and what else we got here? We got leave the pilot seat, autopilot management. Oh, okay. Communications camera. Anything else new or different? Oh, wait a minute, that's not what I wanted. Deflect cargo scan. Search nearby trade events. Okay, whoops. So that changes the view. So instead of following with the camera, the starship, we're actually looking out the cockpit. Oh, come on. Alright, speak to Verkic, locate in the system on the galaxy map. So X key, there we go. Now, well, that's got the beak right there in the front, so that wouldn't be it. So now I have to do what? A right click and but those aren't the Valkyrie, are they? No, that's the, no, what they call them. Oh no, wait a minute, that's got the symbol on it. So that's where I'm supposed to be going. So I just hold down the left, and we're off to on our first Corvette adventure. Alright, so now we need to find the a symbol or something. Oh, there it is. I need to go up. Is it the space station or is it a planet? I'm just holding down the W key right now. Jeez, have we looped all the way around yet? Oh, it's off to the right. Okay, I see it now. It is the space station. So I'm just gonna, well, I'll just use the W key and the left shift. That'll get us there fast enough. Use W key some more. Alright, now we'll let go of everything and just coast right in there. There we go. Alright, and it's showing me the sky. Now from on out, well, we could run across the whole parking area, but so now I gotta walk out and the door's open already. But where is that teleporter? Oh, there it is. Okay, and then we need to go this way. And it looks like he's on the bottom area. It's the choreographer, isn't it? the map guy. Alright. Honorable war something, the something battle with weapons and with something and something. Probe. Okay. As the war begins their bark, I feel a strange frequency vibration to see a flash of gnaw growing orb behind. Suddenly the Valkyrie words ring clear. Well, I should hope so. I had a translator. Of course, I don't think I got it loaded up right now. Cowardly space. I should kill. Pathetic interloper. Always talk about me. Prying into Valkyrie's secrets. Cowardly spy. I should kill. I still don't know what that word graph means. But traveler must be aided, such as command of Herc. Prove yourself, interloper, retrieve the words of Herc, ascend in Valkyrie, or is that Viking glory, then shall have your words. Then you shall have your words. I guess he means I'll be able to understand more of their words. I will reveal only this location of Herc's command is marked for you. Commune with their words. Gra. Okay, I don't know what Gra means. Every time I've mentioned asked you to listen to me pronounce that word, they kind of acted like they thought it was funny because I didn't know what I was talking about. Some kind of a greeting, I think, but I don't know. Collect a artifact from an ancient ruin. Has marked the appropriate location. Collect artifacts to prove your honor. Okay, well, the purpose of this was to show you how to make your first simple, nothing too fancy starship. Corvette. So I think what I'll do is I'll go in, I'll close my hatch, get into my pilot seat, and before I take off, we'll stop the recording. There we go. And now we're ready to launch. So, what do you think? You ready to do your first Corvette? I hope I showed you enough. And I highly recommend that you make the changes so everything is free, doesn't cost you anything. Because otherwise it'll take you forever, unless you've already got billions of units saved up. This is a very, very expensive thing to do. Make your own starship. And then you gotta go around and you gotta collect all those special upgrades or modifiers after you get all your, extra slots and all that stuff. I mean, it's just incredible how many units you need to do all that. And sometimes you need nanites for stuff, so I don't know what else to recommend to you. If you don't make it free, it's very, very hard to get a Corvette. And remember, this is about the cheapest, simplest Corvette you can make. It's only got one compartment, so it's not very long. It's kind of short. And the rest of it doesn't seem to matter because you get more slots for technology or cargo, like I showed you from a different spot, where you also can scrap starships. And I probably should go ahead, strip and scrap the one I've been running around in that I found and repaired and then improved, because the game is probably going to steal it from me otherwise, like it did the other one I tried to keep. Unless every other day, or yeah, that's probably about how you'd have to do it. Every other day, you actually get into that other starship and travel around at it and come back and land at it. Otherwise, it's probably going to disappear. Alright, so we'll call this good. Until next time.